If you knew morning wood, then you know why I feel blue. Without morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Oh, how my heart yearns for you. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Pretty, 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 pretty morning wood. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you and I need you, morning wood.
Rise and shine. Happy Devil's Monday. This is the Morning Woo. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios inside the bunker. Undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch, and now on Instagram Live on the Let's Go Devils Network. Getting some Instagram fans joining our Instagram page. Devils fans realizing that there's live Devils talk on the Instagram Live. Pretty cool. Big week ahead for the New Jersey Devils. I'm actually tired of. I'm over Jack Hughes right now. I'm over Jack Hughes. Michael Hay, happy Devil's Monday to you. Saying that the Rangers coach can't handle the pressure. I'm not going to go there. If he's out for personal reasons, it's probably serious. So I'm not going to go there. Mike Sullivan's a great coach. I think he can handle the Rangers' woes. Max, happy Devil's Monday to you. Steve Engel. Steve Engel making a dumb joke in the YouTube Live. When were you under Jack Hughes? No, I'm over Jack Hughes. This whole saga of injury. He can't play an 82-game season. Let's move on. There's a big road trip going on in the midst of all this. Devils are 2-0 so far on this road trip. Started in Chicago. Devils winning. Then they played the Capitals, won again. This time in a shootout. And when we began this road trip, I've said on this podcast, because you knew that you're going to play the Blackhawks, the Capitals, the Lightning, the Panthers, and finish off the road trip with the Flyers. 5-game road trip. The Devils are 1 win away for having above 500 road trip. And if you asked me then, which I did say, I'd take it. I'd like to go 500 on this road trip. They're 1 win away. Of course, they're severely shorthanded, but we may be getting some players back this week. Dougie Hamilton and downtown Connor Brown will be practicing with the team today at Prudential Center before they head down to Tampa to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning tomorrow. I'll be in studio all week. I'm not going down to Florida. I wanted to. I tried. I just can't fit it in my schedule. I got some things going on. I tried Ted says the major snow squall this morning sucked. Yeah, I heard that they were putting the brine and salt down on the roads this morning, some areas. Route 80 jammed up, apparently. I'm not sure because of the snow, but it's that time of year. It's hockey weather. Roman says he was at the Lightning game last night. They looked terrible. Steve Engel, we play too much defense, which is a good thing to score that many goals. Look, we saw the recipe, the blueprint of the New Jersey Devils the past 6 weeks. Guys go down with injury, next man up. You play solid defense. You play your positions. You play efficiently. You use the boards. And you don't turn over the puck. Puck management. Against the Washington Capitals, the Devils executed that perfectly. Minimizing the amount of mistakes that they made because they know right now that they can't just outshoot their way to victory right now. They've got to play great defense. Despite all the injuries on the blue line, they've got to play great defense. But also remember, Brendan Dillon has, 2 goals this season? Shimon Nemec has been a scoring machine recently, but the defense is getting involved offensively. And the Devils are putting a lot of pressure in the offensive zone. The power play, for the most part, against the Capitals looked fine to me without Jack Hughes. And putting Shimon Nemec on PP1 seems to be paying off. Max says, what do you think about Nemec on PP? For me, I think it's great. You have you have so much confidence in it, but he ain't a PP quarterback. This is what I have to say, because injuries happen. When Hamilton gets back, I'm sure he's going to be back on PP1. But you want to have that kind of depth where, in case your top guys go down, you've got players in the lineup that can easily step in and be equally as effective. I'm all for Nemec on the power play. When guys come back, that's where Sheldon Keefe has to make decisions. But Tom says Nemec gets shots through, Luke doesn't. And Tom makes a good point there. But it's nice to know that you could put Nemec on the point, on the power play, for God forbid if both Hamilton and Luke go down. You still know you have Nemec that can do the job. And that's called depth. Mike Rosenzweig says, I'm proud of the team and their direction. With all the injury adversity, we should be proud of how the Devils are playing. I mean, they're in first place. They're a top-tier team in the National Hockey League. That's a lot to be proud of. I mean, we're really nitpicking here. We're really reaching to nitpick this team. I know Devils fans historically love to nitpick their team. Max says, getting Nemec experience for a power play QB for sure. I agree. Luke has a better pass, though. Case in point, Grit's goal. Well, then you got double trouble. Nothing wrong with that. You want PP1 and PP2 to be both scoring. So whoever's quarterbacking it, it doesn't matter at that point. You know, I think we're getting a little picky here. Just be thankful that you've got Luke Hughes and Shimon Nemec playing while Pesci is out, Hamilton's out, Kovacevic out, and Cholowski and Colton White are filling in and doing their job for the most part. I'm not expecting them to be on the score sheet, but I expect them to play defense. They're doing that. Kind of reminds me of the year 2000, and I remember Larry Robinson after they won the Cup, after Jason Arnott scored that game-winning goal in double overtime when he got that pass from Elias. I remember Larry Robinson. He was talking to an ABC reporter and saying, I also want to thank Stevie Brule and Steve Kelly as well, because they were part of that Stanley Cup run. They came in when they needed bodies during the Stanley Cup playoffs. They didn't play. I don't think they played in Game 6, but they were part of the process of getting to the Stanley Cup Finals. And you need players like that. You need depth like that. Nico doesn't look like himself. I know people have been saying that. I'm going to reserve comment because I need to focus on him some more. But he's got a lot on his plate right now. And remember, he's playing top lines. Top line minutes and going against top lines. And the Devils are winning. So I will just leave it there. I know a lot of fans have this huge expectations of Nico Hischier, considering he's the first overall pick. He's the captain. We're expecting a lot. But as long as he's shutting down the opposition, I don't care what his numbers are, to be honest. His numbers will come. But he does look a little bit slower, but we'll see. But right now, the Devils, if they win one more game, they're above 500 on this road trip. They got 3 chances to do it, but I think a lot of us want to be greedy this week. Tampa Bay Lightning, they're not looking too hot right now. Florida Panthers, well, I'm sure they'd like to get that win against the New Jersey Devils. I think they're going to be coming out flying on Thursday. The Florida Panthers. The Philadelphia Flyers, rivalry renewed? I don't know. They're looking, actually, they don't look too bad. That Metropolitan Division is a pretty competitive division right now. Very competitive. Pod Legend says, so what are the chances we can get a win in regulation? It's been a while. It would have been nice not to stress all the way to the end. It's not like the players are like, well, let's just play an overtime game or a shootout game and then win it. Nah, it doesn't work that way. I mean, the Colorado Avalanche in the beginning of the season were going into extra time. So it's kind of like, it's weird. It's like kind of a streaky thing. The Devils, I think it's 5 games in a row going into extra time. Let's see here. Max. I would take OT every single game while we are injured. Points. Yeah, I mean, points are points. I just don't want to get loser points. I want to get the extra point. Jason, we need Timo to step up here. Yep. And I think he has. You're not getting the results you want, but he has stepped up, and I'm not worried about Timo Meier. Not worried about Timo Meier at all. It will come. Just be patient. Frank the Tank is going to be on Chiclet's show. Going to Metalander, talking about Chicago cut. I don't know what he has to offer, but if he actually witnessed the whole thing, I think that's going to be big news. But that would have been said by now. So again, I think it's Barstool's trying to hype this up. He just happened to be there. We'll see. I'm sure we're going to get more news later after the morning skate. Devils practice today. We're anticipating that Dougie Hamilton and downtown Connor Brown will be practicing, and maybe we'll get a timeline on when they'll be back. Thinking about Florida this week. That's our best guess. Roman says, interesting that he didn't post one of his trademark meltdowns about it. Talking about Frank the Tank and being there when Jack cut himself on glass. Max says, people still kind of talk crap about Palat. However, Advanced Stats says that Palat actually has been one of the more complete players. Hey, that ups his trade value. I think people are more concerned about his $6 million AAV than his play. Dubs is like, just keep it simplified, get points any way you can. OT shootout, run and gun, defensive style. And then retracts the statement. Nemec, 5th on the team in points, something to note. Well, it's great that the blue line is getting involved offensively. Puts a lot of pressure. Takes a lot of pressure off the offense. Because at times it feels like the offense is 3-on-5 with the opposition, but when you involve the blue line, it's 5-on-5. Pod Legend says, Sam, we'll find out if Dougie is feeling better. Yeah, whenever he feels better, he'll come back. According to Amanda Stein. Nico still can be the next Bergeron. Almost there. I think he's almost there. I think he's already there. So many injuries, Jay Snow, before this Olympic break. Well, it's a condensed schedule. And you know what? Players are going to be playing, and they're going to be playing hard early on. This is why you need to get your points now. And the Devils have done that. They're getting their points right now. If they can finish out this road trip above 500, which they're one win away, I take it. Before they come home to Prudential Center next week with 6 points on the table right now, if they can get 3 out of 6, what's left? I take it. Jay Snow says December is a ridiculous month of games. It is. It is. I'll be traveling to Vinny's wedding, doing that game day live from the cocktail hour. You know that Let's Go Devils podcast is available for weddings, bar, bat mitzvahs, sweet 16s, graduation parties, divorce parties, whatever kind of party. Just hit us up. Also, Max saying happy birthday to Paul Cotter. That was yesterday. Paul Cotter, he's got to step it up as well. Alrighty, well, we're going to get out of here. Dropping the podcast about 10, 20 minutes. Mike Rosenzweig says, thank you for taking your time this morning to talk hockey. I'd rather share my mornings with Mr. Wu than listen to NHL on SiriusXM. Well, thank you for the compliment, Mike. You know, I used to work with the guys at NHL Network Radio on SiriusXM. I learned a lot back in those days. I do things a lot differently than they do. There were a lot of creative differences back in the day. You know, the one thing I didn't like, one thing that sucked working on the NHL Network radio is obviously you have to watch what you say, but when you get complaints and then you got to investigate it, like, oh, your guy said this, and then you go back to the recordings, 2 hours of recordings, and you're like, he didn't say that. Who said that? Did it happen? Like, but just to have to go back to those recordings and verify what they're saying, that your guy said this or what. Yeah, it was just a pain in the ass. Dangerous says, Wimpy, no call, no show. Hey, Wimpy called in to Danielle McCartan's show for Operation Devil's Filibuster, and he did very, very well. And he plugged the Let's Go Devils podcast and gave a shout out to me. Leave Wimpy alone. Need the defense to keep playing. Great Shaw hockey. Tough road stretch continues. Dubzilla. Yeah, but you know what? They're already 2-0 on this road trip. They got 3 more games left, total of 5. If they can win one game and go above 500 on this road trip, I take it. I believe I said that before this road trip. Defense wins championships. Yeah, you know what? You play great defense. You could teach defense. But some of the things on offense, the skills on offense, some things you can't teach. I mean, this is what makes Jack Hughes so special. He does stuff that you can't teach. But when Jack Hughes goes down, you can play good defense while he's down. So there's really no excuses here. The Devils are going to be competitive, and they are going to try to find ways to win, and this is what builds a team. 35-mile-per-hour gusts wind. Yeah, it's definitely windy. You saw MetLife Stadium yesterday. The kickers kicking extra points, and the ball just being blown away. You'd figure if they spent $1.5 billion on that stadium 20 years ago when they were building it, the engineers could have configured it where the wind wouldn't be a factor, like what's happening up in Buffalo where they're building their new stadium, that they actually can kind of have more control of the weather. Anyway, enough about football. Going to get out of here and salute you, the Devils fans. There may be a woo report coming, depending upon what's going on at practice today. Got a big week ahead. I know a lot of Devils fans are going down to Tampa, see Tampa Bay Lightning and the New Jersey Devils at Benchmark International Arena. I'm jealous. I wish I could go on that trip. I just got too many things going on. Well, I want to thank you, the Devils fan, and the ceremonial sip. That felt good. That felt good. And guess what? My mouse stopped working. I have no control over the board. The mouse has stopped working. I can't even hit the button. See, this mouse, let's see here. Turn it on, off. No, it's not working. I can't stop the stream. I might have to reset the battery here. Put it in. Yeah, see, these are technical challenges you have when you host live. I do not have the mouse. Wow. This should be interesting. I wonder if I could use the keyboards to get there. Let's, this is what I do. I transplant one battery from one mouse to the other, and so we can have an extended version of the Morning Woo. Yeah, I need batteries. Get Mrs. Woo to fix it. Mrs. Woo does enough for me. Still, the mouse doesn't work. Maybe the mouse died. We got technical difficulties here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. The mouse doesn't work, and I'm on live air. What do you do? Oh, did it work? It moved for a second. Oh, no. I have no way to shut off the podcast, so I'm going to keep on going, folks. Let's see here. This mouse doesn't work. Oh, it did work. It disappeared. Oh, found it. Oh, hit the music. Got to get out of here. All right. It didn't work for a minute, but that's okay. This is what happens when you do live. This is obviously not fake live. Not going to edit it out. Max says, Mrs. Wu, he needs a battery. I think Mrs. Wu says he needs more than just a battery. Dangerous says, if you're an instrument tech, my rates are reasonable. Well, thank you. We love our instrument technicians. But I think I got this. The mouse works. See? I'll raise the volume a little bit. See? The mouse works. All right. Getting out of here. Till next time, this is the Morning Woo. Let's go, Devils.
Morning